You are at week 2 of Strumming for Learning with the guitar. Let's go ahead and make sure your instrument is tuned. Remember, the string closest to the ceiling is string number 6. Going down to the one closest to the floor is number 1. We will turn on the tuner or open your free app. Number 6 should be an E. 5, A. 4, D. 3, G. 2 should be a B. And 1 should be an E. Remember, it takes tiny little movements. Don't do it too hard or you could break a string. So you're loosening or tightening that string. We are all tuned. We worked on our G chord. This is our G. Let's do 2 measures on, 2 measures off, just a couple times to get us warmed up. 1, 2, ready, and on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, on. Takes a second to place your fingers, that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, on. It's okay to look. Place your fingers. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. That's a quick review of the G chord, and now we're going to learn the D chord. So you need these 2 chords in order to play our first song, which is Itsy Bitsy Spider. For the D chord, we have our first finger on the 3rd string at the 2nd fret. Your 2nd finger is going to skip a string and be on that 1st string at the 2nd fret. Kind of like your 1st and 3rd fingers are making a straight line with a string in the middle. And then your 3rd finger is going to be on that 2nd string on the 3rd fret. So it kind of looks like a triangle with that 3rd finger being the bottom point. When doing the G, you strum down all the strings. When you do the D chord, you do not strum the 6th and the 5th string. It doesn't really matter. Nobody would notice, but that's the technical way to do the D, is to start at the 4th string and go down, rather than the 6th string and going down. It just adds a little bit more bass to your D there. So when you're practicing that D, make sure go slow at first and make sure you're just striking that 4th string down. It just takes practice. So for the G chord, all 6. For the D chord, 4 and below. These are not super easy chords to switch between. Give yourself a lot of grace and patience to switch between these. It's okay to look at your hands and get really used to it. So D will switch to G. So my first finger is just gonna hop over to the 5th string. My 2nd finger is gonna go over to that 6th string. 3rd finger is gonna scoot over to the 1st string for my G. Then when I switch back to my D, I'm gonna pick up and just slide very, very lightly my fingers over. So you don't want to go like this from G, take your fingers all the way off and then D, and all the way off and then G. What you're trying to do is build some muscle memory to just barely lift off, switch over to your D. Let's go ahead and start at the G, and we're gonna do 2 measures on. We'll switch to the D and do 2 measures, G, D, G, D. Starting with the G. 1, 2, here we go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, D. We're gonna just slide over, put that 3rd finger on the 2nd string at the 3rd fret. We're on our D. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Lightly lift up your fingers. Don't pick up too far. Get your fingers back to the G shape. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Pick up your fingers lightly. Go over to the D. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. So in the practice play along, we'll do some more practice with that a little bit longer, just switching between the 2. But another great way to practice switching between those chords is playing the song, the Itsy Bitsy Spider. With the Itsy Bitsy Spider, what's really great about it is for younger kids, TK, kindergarten, preschool, you can teach them the words if they don't already know and the hand motions before using your instrument. And then once they're ready to do that independently, you can start using your instrument. It's a really great song to do at the beginning of a Halloween or fall party if you have volunteers coming in. It's really fun for them if you get the kids together and you can strum the guitar and they can sing along to you, basically a live music performance for your volunteers. They are sure to enjoy it. And the older kids that already know the song, they know the tune, so you can easily change the words to something that you're learning in school. So it could be about the water cycle or some concept in math or something in history that they've learned. You could even have students write their own song to the Itsy Bitsy Spider tune. So for this purpose, we're gonna go ahead and learn it just with the Itsy Bitsy Spider words, but we're gonna learn the 2nd verse if you don't know it already. So we start with our G and we'll switch to our D, and then we go back to G. I'm gonna show you how to do this with just down strumming on the words where you're gonna switch chords, and then we can add in the measure counting with the down strum. How we're gonna do this is you'll see on your printout, there's certain words that are bolded right next to the chords. So we're gonna start with our G, and you'll see the word itsy is bolded. So we say the itsy is when we're going to down strum. I do want to apologize ahead of time. I do not have a singing voice. I'm not a professional performer. I do my best. I really like to have the kids do the singing, and I keep my voice quiet. But for this purpose, you are going to have to hear me singing. Here we go, and we strum down on itsy with our G. Itsy bitsy spider went, and you'll notice the D is above the bolded up. That's when we will switch to our D and strum down. Up the water. Then we're gonna go back to our G for spout. Spout. We're gonna stay on our G and strum down for down came the rain, and D for washed. Down strum, wash the spider, and our G for out. Ready, out. We're gonna stay at our G. Out came the sun and dried. We move back to our D. Dried up all the, go back to your G and strum down on rain. And stay here, and the itsy, down strum. Itsy bitsy spider went. We're gonna go back to our D and strum down. Up the spout, go back to your G. Again, stay here. Then the little spider bee, go to your D, began to weave her G thread. Stay here. Of gossamer and silk, she, go to your D, spun herself a, go to your G, bed. Stay here. Round and round she went till, go to your D, all her work was, go back to that G, done. Stay here. And soon her magic web lay, go to your D, gleaming in the, go to your G, sun. And then you can pick up the pace. Now that it was very introductory, and let's go through one time. I'll try to do a little less talking and just switch through the chords and strum down when it's time to switch. 1, 2, starting at G. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Then the little spider began to weave her thread of gossamer and silk. She spun herself a bed. Round and round she went till all her work was done, and soon her magic web lay gleaming in the sun. So you can just practice that first, and when you're ready for down strums and measures, you're gonna play the G at the beginning. The itsy bitsy spider is all one full measure, and then when up is 2 counts, the water spout is 2 counts. So you'll see 1, 2, ready, and the itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Then the little spider began to weave her thread of gossamer and silk. She spun herself a bed. Round and round she went till all her work was done, and soon her magic web lay gleaming in the sun. That's it. In the practice play along, I'll go more repetition for you so you get lots and lots of practice switching between the G and the D. Have fun.